Hello everyone, my name is Sabrina Melodieuse. Welcome to my channel. In today's video we're doing something very exciting. Yes, I have been tagged once again. Thank you so much, lovely Darla. I was tagged by Darla, the crafty yarn owl with Darla. Hi Darla! I am so super excited. This is so much fun. And this is called the 10 non-yarny things about me tag. Yeah, it's quite a lot of fun actually. But before we get to that, let's talk about Darla a little bit because we know that she is amazing, right? I love you, Darla, so much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Well, lovely Darla has reached a wonderful stepstone. She is now on to her 3+K subscribers. Oh, I remember when you just started out, Darla, and now you at 3+K. I mean, it won't be long until you will reach the 5 and then more and more, right? I absolutely love watching your channel grow. It is amazing. You are doing great. So many congratulations. And so to celebrate the 3K, Darla has got a wonderful giveaway. Oh my goodness. Everything in that giveaway is just wow. There's some yummy goodies. There's some beautiful goodies. There's some just amazing goodies. Things that you just want to get, right? Because they are just wonderful. Well, it's all in there. It's a massive, huge giveaway. What a beautiful thing to do. And such generosity. So far as I know, this giveaway is opened worldwide and is here until the 29th. It's open until the 29th. So you've got 2 more days. Everyone hurry up because this is the giveaway not to be missed. So in the description box below, I will put the link to this wonderful giveaway. Click on it, go to it, watch it, and you know what to do with giveaways, right? Just do it. Do it. 2 days to go. Yes, this is just an absolutely amazing giveaway. Okay, now to get onto the 10 non-yarny question tag. Okay, so I have got my 10 non-yarny things that I wrote down because I didn't want to forget any of them. So I will put my glasses on and we will start. So this 10 non-yarny things about me tag was first started by the wonderful Dabbling Hook. I will, of course, in the description box below, link her channel and please go to it. Thank you very much. Okay, and also don't forget to go to Darla's channel and her wonderful giveaway. Okay, so I'm not one to really like to talk that much about myself, especially when it's about, you know, private things. So I found 10 things that are about me, but let's say not too personal either, but enough for you to get to know me. So shall we get started? Yeah. Okay, so number 1. Okay, I am now ready to start with the facts, 10 facts about me which are non-yarny. So we shall start with fact number 1, which is when I was a child between the ages of 7 and 9, my parents and I went to live in South Africa. And it was absolutely amazing. I had the fortunate experience to live several things. So first of all, our house was right in front of the ocean. So as much as it was great to be there right at the ocean, we were not allowed to swim because the place was just full of sharks. So for our safety, it was best to not swim, right? And every day at the same times, you could put, you could set your watch, and the dolphins would come every day at the same times. And it was just such a joy to watch them come and go. And it was just amazing. And the one time I saw a whale, I only saw that the once. But wow, actually it was my mom who said, look, do you see that over there? That's a whale. And I'm like, no. That was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And our house, where we also had the monkeys. And I remember that vividly because the landlady of the house, she used to try to chase them away from the roof. They used to climb on the roof every day, and they used to make such a lot of noise that she used to throw stones at them. And then my father would come out and he would just shout at her, "Stop doing that." But anyway, she was just saying it's not good for them to be too close to us, and she was kind of right because they're full of ticks after all. And I got one at the back of my neck that had to be taken off. And also they tried to come in the house, and when they did, they would take things, not necessarily food, just things, right? So she said it was pretty much for our best interest that she tried to chase them away. Me and my parents, we weren't so sure. But oh well. And whilst I was in South Africa, I also discovered a brand new language called the Xhosa, or however you pronounce it. I know it's a clicking sound, Xhosa. At the time when I was there, it was very common for people like ourselves to have a girl and a boy, and the girl would be like the housekeeper, and the boy would be the person that looks after the garden, and if you had a swimming pool, he would tend to that as well, and they would be talking the Xhosa language. And it was just so fun to listen to them, just it was just so much fun. And in South Africa, I also learned about the apartheid. I experienced it firsthand. I saw what these people were going through. What was life like for all people? There were three ethnic groups, and I could see it all from all 3 points of view. And we also went to visit a township because my father was a chef at the time. And so he collected food. He made and collected food from different restaurants and also collected clothing. And we went there. It was heartbreaking. And that always stayed here, to see all these people in that poor state. So, yeah, that was an experience, I must say. In South Africa is where I learned English. Yes, I went to two different schools. They were both girls' school, and I had to learn two languages there. First, it was the English because I couldn't speak English, and all of a sudden I was thrown in there. And it's an English-speaking schools. And in addition to that, they were teaching Afrikaans. So I had to learn both languages. I can't remember much of the Afrikaans, but I know that it is very close to the Dutch language because that's where it originates from the Dutch people traveling to South Africa. And they also have a lot of French names. Somehow, I think we got in there too. So yeah, and many years after that, I think I was 16, I had the fortunate chance to go back and visit South Africa in a different area. The first area we lived in, I don't know how it's spelled, but it was Umschloti, which is right at the ocean. Then we moved to Durban, and that's also on the seafront. And that was an amazing place, absolutely amazing. And when I went back to South Africa, I visited a few areas. I went to Johannesburg, I went to Pretoria, and I also went to where the National Kruger Park is. Now that was an experience, just to be amidst the wonderful animals. Oh, I mean, you may not necessarily see them all, but I was there in the middle of some lions. I saw a couple of giraffes. What else did I see? I saw a couple of zebras. I don't think I saw much more. Of course, I saw monkeys. And I tell you what I saw. A beautiful animal that has now become my favorite animal of all time. And it's the Springbok. And in fact, the Springbok is the airline logo of South Africa Airways. So I'm going to see if I can find a picture and insert right here. Isn't that a beautiful and majestic animal? I mean, honestly, it is beautiful. And to be in front of that animal, I mean, it's just, wow, my breath was just taken away. I just love that animal so much. The Springbok, yes. So on to the next one. Fact number 2. So when I was a child, I was very quiet and I was very introverted. So reading and writing was my escape. I used to love reading and writing absolutely so much. I mean, really, I used to read morning, noon, night, and my mother would say, "Turn your light off, it's time to sleep." And I would say, "Okay, turn it off," and then I would switch it back on, but she would notice, "Light off." Yeah, it was just amazing. I used to really love that. Nowadays, I still love it, but I don't have as much time, unfortunately. So I don't read as much, But okay, that was number 2. Number 3. Also, when I was growing up, when we went back home, I was 9 years old, and at 10, I joined a theater group, and so I went there a couple of times a week, and I did take part in a few plays. Well, quite a lot of plays, actually. And for me, I realized that this was another escape. And the chance to become someone else, especially when you're a shy person, all of a sudden, this is not about you. You are becoming someone else. And I always found that a lot of fun. There we are. Okay, number 4. When I started to go to university, we were discussing the possibilities. What do I want to do? And I told my father I want to either be a journalist or a lawyer. And my father said, "No, no, no, I don't think so." And I said, "Well, I think I've got the skills to be a journalist. So I want to do that." And it was discussed. And he said, "No, absolutely not." So when I came to England, I studied law. So I wrote my notes here because I don't want to forget anything, but I feel that I need to pause and read them because they're so tiny. I'm adjusting this because I discovered that I was kind of strangling myself with the band. How silly of me. I just put it way too tight, you know. But yeah, I love wearing that. Thank you so much, Karen. Yay! I wear it absolutely every day. Right. So anyway, what I was saying is, yes, I have very much the head of a journalist slash lawyer. And I did study law, and I found that my skills were pretty much on par with that kind of career. And that is that you have to ask the right questions. You have to put the things forward in a very nice fashion. Also, I am very good at conducting a debate or an argument in a very calm and polite fashion. I find that the calmer you talk, the more quieter and the more polite you are. People are going to listen more. If you start to shout and you use abusive language, people are just going to shout back at you. It's not going to be productive in any way, apart from venting anger. And that's not the job of a lawyer. You have to remain calm and be listened to. You know, this is a very important thing to put your facts forward to the jury and the judge. And this I could do. And also, for many years, I was a member of the legal executives. And one day I stopped because, you know, I just wasn't in a mental place. So I just left the legal executives. I kind of regret that now because I miss to see what's happening in the legal world. But, you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do, right? Life happens. Okay. So, number 5. So when I was growing up, I was instantly a left-handed person. But my family decided, oh, no, 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 we are not having a left-handed person in the family. And they told me to use my right hand. And that went on for quite some time. So now I have become ambidextrous. And although left hand is feels more natural to me to use, admittedly, I mostly use my right hand. So it's a tug of war in my brain because it feels better with my left, but somehow I use the right hand more. Yeah. Oh, and guess what? We are halfway through it now. We are half done. Yay! Okay, number 6. Number 6 is my favorite foods. I will give you some of my favorite foods, which you might think, huh? Really? Okay, so one of my absolute favorite food is a Brussels sprout. Oh my goodness, especially the way my little granny cooked it. It was absolutely perfect. I don't know how she cooked it. I tried many times to recreate that dish, but I failed. But I just love a Brussels sprout. Absolutely. It's just so nice. Also, I like lentils, especially in a lentil soup. Super yummy. Yes. And I love a nice lychee. Oh, I love lychees. I could eat them all day long. As well as kiwis, radishes. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love radishes, especially during pregnancy. I ate those all the time. That was a big craving of mine. But I just love radishes, especially in the summer. It's just so refreshing and just so delicious, and you can eat them in so many ways too, right? Okay, and the last thing I'm going to put in, it could be another strange one. You can get either little bottles or tubes of condensed milk. I don't know what it is that I like about it. I like the texture, But I love the sweetness of it. Oh my gosh, it's just so gorgeous. And you know what I do with it? Sometimes I spread it on bread and eat it like a sandwich. Oh, or I get a spoon and I just put it in the spoon and I just eat it like it's a yogurt. Oh, it's just so delicious. Oh, I love that, but it's so full of calories. So, I try to not get too much of that. Admittedly, I haven't had any in a long time, and I think I'm due some. So I'm going to see if I can find some tomorrow. Okay, so that was number 6. Let's get on to number 7. Oh, yeah. So, again, I'm going back to my childhood because this is about my wonderful granddad, my lovely papi. He was, due to an accident, he was in a wheelchair for many years. And he moved with his wife to a beautiful place called Chandais. It is just a couple of kilometers away from the place called Champagne, which is where champagne comes from. And champagne is not champagne unless it comes from Champagne, because it's a local produce, right? So his house was really in a very remote place, so much so that you really needed to have a car to get around to anywhere. His house was in the middle of a forest, and so whilst I was there, he taught me my love of nature. He used to just do that. He used to go, and he used to point to the window, and we used to watch birds and squirrels just come and go, and his wife used to put a lot of seeds for birds and squirrels all over the place so that they would come even more. And they were very fortunate to have a lot of fruit trees in the garden. So she would put those things on the trees and other places. And it was so nice to see the squirrels go up the trees and birds just sing. And it was just so lovely. So whilst I was at my granddad's house, I used to visit sometime. Not a lot, but usually during the holidays. And when I went to visit, I used to leave something at home. And I always kicked myself because I knew he would ask me to do something. So I used to do ballet when I was in my much younger days. And this is where I should have always brought my ballet shoes over to my granddad's house, because he just loved to just be there and watch me on my tippy toes. He used to say, Sabrina, on your tippy toes, please. And I'd be like, okay, because, it was really painful without my slippers. But I used to just twirl around and just do that just for him. And although it was so painful, I kind of wish I could go back to these days now. I just miss it, being in his house. And it's one of my favorite places of all time. And if I close my eyes, I can hear his clock that used to chime every half hour, and just hear the animals and his booming voice as well when he called his wife, because he had a very deep voice, my granddad. He used to sing baritone, and his voice was really, it could be scary when he shouted, but I remember listening to him sing. It was wonderful. And yeah, it's just a joy to remember these days. Okay, so there we are. I used to do ballet. On to number 8. Okay, so fact number 8 is I am probably a lot older than what you think I might be. Yes, it's true. I'm saying that because a lot of people think that I'm in a certain age, when in fact I truly am a lot older. So there we are. And you know what? Sometimes you can see my hair. It really completely betrays that. My face looks quite young. We are quite lucky in the family. We have wonderful genes. So we look younger for a long, long time. And I am a firm believer that your body, you have to look after it, right? So I don't really sunbathe because sunbathing, all it does is age your skin a lot faster. And I don't want to do that. I do enjoy the sunshine. I will go in the sunshine for 10 minutes and then I'll go back in because I just don't see the point in aging myself, you know, a lot more prematurely than necessary, you know. And also, I don't smoke, I don't do anything, you know, and I pretty much look after my diet, you know, not 100%. Of course, I do have my chocolate treats and things, but in general, you know, it's pretty much I eat everything in moderation. And I think all of that is keeping me a little bit younger for, you know, a little bit younger for a bit longer, shall I say. Yeah, so it would be interesting to hear your thoughts without, you know, sounding, you know, don't be kind, but don't be cruel either. How old, looking at me now, do you think I am? I don't think I'm going to answer that, but it would be fun to see your answers. Please don't say 85 or something, although I'm not too far from that. Okay, on to number 9. Number 9. So number 9, I'm going to say that my favorite flower of all time is the lily of the valley. And there's a couple of reasons why. So first of all, because in France, on the 1st of May every year, we have a national day dedicated to this flower. It is called le jour du muguet. Le jour du muguet is where you will obtain a lily of the valley flower, and you will get one flower for each person you know, and you will give this flower to each person. If you can't do that, you have to buy a card and wish everyone you know a happy Lily of the Valley day. And what this means is that you wish them a lot of love, a lot of good things, good health, and all that for the next year ahead. The lily of the valley is very significant for us French people. This is why we have a national day dedicated to it. And also, very important, maybe should be number 1 after all, because it's my mother's name. My mother's name is Liliane, and very commonly we call her Lily. So when she signs a letter, she will put her name as Lily, Lili. So that's why Lily of the Valley is so important to me. I really, really treasure it. And also, it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? So, yes, I love this flower so, so much. Okay, number 10. We are almost at the end. Can you believe it? Number 10 is simply that I absolutely have to listen to my music every single day. I listen to music. It makes me feel good. And depending on which mood I am, I will listen to different songs and things. Usually I listen to my music in the kitchen whilst I'm cooking, and I sing and I dance like an idiot, and I don't care because no one's watching me. Although Christopher sometimes comes in and catches me at it, shall we say. Yeah. But anyway, who cares? It's having time. So every day I absolutely listen to my music. And when I go to bed at night, besides texting my absolute favorite best friend before I go to sleep, I also have to listen to music. Music is such a big thing for me in my life, you know, and I just could not do without it. So there we are. I've done my 10 non-Yarny things about me tag. Thank you, Darla. That was so much fun. Don't forget, everyone, to check out Darla's wonderful 3K giveaway. I will link the video in the description box below. So please go ahead and go to it. Now is the time for me to tag 3 people. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to tag them. Some of them might know of me, but not too much. But you know what? Unless you tag them, you might not know that, right? So I absolutely enjoy these 3 people, and hopefully they will notice that I have tagged them, and I'm bubbling with excitement to see what their answers will be. So shall we do the tagging? Yes. Number 1, it is Ella at no catchy name. Ella, tag your it. Hello, Ella. I absolutely love your channel. And I use your project bag every single day. Yes, I really do. It's beautiful. And I'm going to have to order some again in a couple of months' time. I mean, I just really love that. So, Ella, you're it. You're tagged. Yes. Next one is another wonderful YouTuber that I truly enjoy watching. And she's moved to a beautiful house. Oh my gee. The location is amazing. Inside the house is amazing. It is an absolute dream. Yes, it is Debbie, the Canadian crocheter. And hello, Debbie. Hi, I just really love watching your videos and seeing all your works in progresses. And I really love your hats. I really love all the hats that you are making and everything else, of course. But isn't it dreamy where you live? Oh my goodness. Anyway, you are tagged, and I hope that you will do it. And I am just so excited to see what your answers will be to this thing. And lastly, we are going to tag in another amazing person. I just love her so much. It is Rose Likes Crochet. And my son absolutely loves the name of her daughter, which is Carrot. And I remember commenting once on her video because my son wanted to know about, why is she naming herself Carrot? And so there's a wonderful little story behind that. Absolutely wonderful. But Rose, hi Rose! I just love your channel so much and all your videos. All so much fun. And I love everything about that you do. The wings is such an amazing a thing that you are doing, making things, collecting things from people and donating to wings. And I know this is very close to your heart. So yeah, I mean, just you are an amazing person. So yes, I hope you will do it, Rose. So there we are. I have now completed my 10 non-yarny things about me tag. I hope that I have not bored you to tears. Again, I thought this would be like a 5-minute video. I'm not sure how long it is, but it is a lot longer than I originally intended. So I am very sorry about that. But hopefully you will have found that interesting enough to, stick to the end. And there we are. So thank you everyone for watching. And until the next time, happy knitting and crochet everyone.